when I assumed office in February, one of the things that they came to brief me on was the fact that they did not have printers. We looked everywhere. We couldn't find money to buy the printers. So I bought printers out of my own funds for them. You know, so yes, there were 6 heavy-duty printers that I bought for them out of my own funds. So there is no conflict, you know, in this, because I want the entity to work efficiently, and that is why I had to make that donation. And Bank of Ghana has also been very, very supportive. So we don't take donations from entities that will generate conflict of interest as far as the mandate of EOCO is concerned.
Thank you. All right, now let's go to the infraction. It's on paragraph 886. Honorable Elect Plem will take care of that one, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this infraction is an unearned salary to the tune of 25,648 cedis. Yeah, we noted that this gentleman in question, David Tete, an assistant staff officer of Bono Regional Office, breached the paragraph 7 of the appointment letter issued by Yoko to him. I quote, "If after probation, the confirmation, you wish to terminate your services with the office, you will be required to give the office 1 month notice or pay 1 month salary in lieu of notice." We also noted that this gentleman in question received 3 months of salary, August, September, October, whilst he was not at post. Can you give us an update of the recovery of the said amount of money? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. As was indicated, a member of staff separated from the office. He actually took his annual vacation leave, and while the leave was pending, he took the decision to separate. But through those processes, by the time we were expecting him to report and he didn't, then we needed to take the other steps. It took us a while to get a hold of him because he had apparently left the jurisdiction. However, we were able to get him to pay back the money which he paid in installments. And for that reason, we had to accumulate and ensure that we had received the full amount, which we subsequently transferred to the Auditor General's account. To the Auditor General's recovery account as is required by law, because it's an issue which had come up and in the Auditor General's report, and we've gone through that process. So that information has been conveyed, Madam Chair.
Auditors, can you please confirm whether the said amount has been recovered?
Honorable Chair, the full amount has been recovered and same transferred into the AG's recoveries account. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Madam. What is so funny about this is when we talk to other ministries, agencies, departments, whenever there is an unearned salary, you ask them about the documents. Yoko has come for the documents. Yoko is working for them. And you, Yoko, you are also creating the same problem, unearned salary. So who is watching the watchman?
Honorable Chair, that is a very succinct question, which truly, that's why I sought to give a bit of a description. Sometimes things occur, and we have been trying to follow up on other agencies who have ended up with a similar situation to ours. But here's a situation where there wasn't any indication this man was not going to return from his annual vacation leave. In fact, it was subsequent to his separation that we found out that he wasn't even in the country. But as we have the Auditor General also watching us and our activities and drawing our attention to the things which would create issues, we are also making sure that we stay in line and are even more explicit in following through. So when an officer is now proceeding on leave, we ensure that we do the checks. If by the dates that they are required to respond, they haven't, we take measures to freeze the accounts. So funds would not go into the account until we get a verification that it's maybe for ill health or some other reason. So we will not have a situation where there's loss occasion to the state. Thank you.
So all this while, who was validating him?
Madam Chair,
Is the person still at post? If yes, I mean, he has to be investigated.
thank you for the cue, Madam Chair. We'll take note of that.
Please, I need some answers, please.
Madam Chair, the person is still at post. But it was when we found out that they had left the man had left the jurisdiction and was not even here in the country. The indication that was given was that a family member was ill, so he needed some time. But subsequently, we found out that he was not in the jurisdiction. And that's when we took the steps and started the recovery process. Thank you.
In fact, an office like Economic and Organized Crime Office shouldn't be, I mean, giving these answers. We expect more from you. Please. Thank you.
Madam, I have another serious thing with most of the ministries, departments, and agencies. When they come here, we ask them about documents that they should have presented to the auditors. Yoko has come for them. Now, Yoko comes for this without any evidence, any document, something to show that, yes, Yoko has come for your unpresented PVs or whatever it is. How should we treat this one? Don't you leave any documents at the institutions?
Madam Chair, thank you very much for the question. This is very important to us. And as an investigative institution, we do things by the book. Whenever we have to engage any agency or any persons in the course of our investigation, and we require documentation from them, we actually write to them. That's the first thing. In the event that it is in the process of carrying out a search where we go with the suspect and we go to the location, in the course of the search, we discover certain documents. We document each one and ensure that the person signs off to what we have received while our officers also sign off. So that document is available to them and a copy with us. If anybody comes here before you, Honorable Chair, and they give an indication that their documents have been taken and have not been returned by IOCO, I'm sure that they should be able to provide a list or that indication of what documents were collected at what time. And once we are done with what is needful, we return the document to them also under cover of a letter. So I think that you should be able to inquire from them the date and the time and the circumstances under which those documents were retrieved. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam. You are discharged.